idea, insight, or sales secret you need for massive impact is just moments away. It's time to get more clients. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Get More Clients. I'm your host, Lynn Whitbeck. Business owners and entrepreneurs hire me to ignite winning sales because most fail to connect, capture, and close their ideal clients. The mission of this show is to share Fortune 500 sales secrets to help you open the vault to your greater business success. This morning, I want to talk about Leslie. Leslie ardently wanted success for her business. She was struggling and seeking a solution. Unfortunately, she fell into a trap of an unscrupulous scam artist. She was attracted to an irresistible offer, something that she absolutely wanted and desired. Quality leads pouring into her every day, every week, effortlessly. People lining up to becoming her clients. That big old red easy button. Oh my goodness. So the con required Leslie to apply to the program and then schedule an interview to see if she was a fit. The scam artist used the phrase, they wanted to make sure you are a dolphin, not a shark. Ironic, since this guy was a shark, out for a quick sale by something and by promising something that was too good to be true. Just that big old red easy button. Leslie fell victim to this scam like so many others. I mean, she was not alone. She wanted a solution. She was so frustrated and tired of trying to make things work, and nothing was coming together. So she paid. And once Leslie had paid and joined the program, she was tossed into Kajabi and group coaching calls. Now, in both situations, it was very, very empty. There wasn't any meat on the bones. And the group coaching calls specifically, Leslie's questions were never actually answered. It was living the ultimate catch-22. So when she would ask a question, the coach would respond, how do you feel about this? Okay, well, that's not answering the question she had about how to apply what she was trying to absorb through the Kajabi into her business. Or what would your prospect think about this? Well, she's asking for advice. She's asking for help. She's asking for insights. No advice. It was always just tossing the ball back for you to figure it out on your own. And Leslie discovered the Kajabi lessons were all cookie cutter. You must do exactly this, no matter who you are or what your business does. At the end, Leslie felt like cookie dough that had been rolled out, cut with a very particular cookie cutter, only one option, and then it was just wadded up. The dough was wadded up and made into a ball, and then rolled out again, cut again, rolled out again, wadded up, just repeat, repeat. Where she actually didn't receive any of that big promise. None of it. because it was a lie. Leslie felt disheartened, frustrated, and exhausted. Every ounce of her uniqueness was being stamped out week after week. Leslie eventually realized she had been manipulated. She was just another buck to a scam artist who preys on dreams. Has this ever happened to you? It's happened to me because Leslie was not alone. You're not alone. And the hardest part for Leslie, and for many of us, was letting go so she could get off that crazy train, pick herself up, stand in her own power. Leslie did it. And you can too. Yes, you've got this. Like Leslie, many of you have an amazing product or service that truly serves your clients and creates lasting impact. That's why I do what I do every day, every week, every month, every year. Bring you real advice and tangible steps that adapt and flex for who you are, your unique style and business. Last week, I revealed Make a Client Impact, how to cultivate client relationships. And today, I will be sharing, yes, rapport is crucial to your sales strategy and client success. Rapport is that emotional connection you make with your prospect and client. Put simply, and this is going to sound funny, but rapport is the mayonnaise that holds the sandwich together. And it's also the secret sauce to client success. By the end of today's show, you will know how to flex your style and adapt to your prospect for the best fit. Use the congruence of timing, opportunity, emotions, and motivation to close the sale. Establish the win-win with your client for a mutually beneficial decision. Rapport in a relationship is when your client is ready to make a decision. Not when you are, when your client is ready. You're actively helping guide your prospect to what they desire when they're a good fit and you know that you can truly help and serve them, to close the sale and begin their transformation. Style flexing is where you adjust your communication style to more effectively connect with your prospects and clients. Now, I'm going to give you a physical example because this might help make it come together for you. So, an example is when both people stand as they shake hands. Okay? So, you can see they're standing peer to peer, shaking hands, looking each other in the eye. Imagine it differently. It would be awkward if one person remained seated. Now, obviously, there are exceptions. Maybe they're sort of stuck behind a chair and a desk or something else is going on, or maybe they're in a wheelchair. Okay, so yes, but if that one person doesn't make the effort to stand up and look you in the eye peer to peer, then it's not equals, right? And it actually will set the entire conversation off on the wrong foot. So, as the salesperson, if you happen to be the one sitting, push your chair back off from the desk, stand up, shake their hands, eye to eye, all right? Peer to peer. Another physical example is when you're talking with a child. And you've seen this, I know I've seen it, where, especially like with politicians, they're going to bend down so they're on the same level as that child. Once again, looking them eye to eye. And they're flexing to make them comfortable, to make that connection. So you can see by these physical examples what I'm trying to convey. Now, when you flex your style or adapt your approach, you're striving for better communication. And this really boils down to the personality code. So your own personality code shows up in your own style and approach. Everyone's does. And we all have a dominant code. When you're working with someone who has an alternate personality code or an alternate dominant code, then you meet them in their code. So, once again, what I mean by this, if someone is a high expert, I'm a high expert, you're going to meet them in that level of high expertise and use language that is going to connect with them in that way. And this enables your prospect or client to communicate with you more effectively because they're understanding what you're saying. It just connects with them better. Personality coding is a topic that's truly unto itself, and I will be talking about it in depth on future episodes. And why? Because it's really important. And here's some statistics to back that up. 66% of people are actually turned off by a presentation during a strategy call. And that's because you're not connecting and communicating and really either addressing the client why, what they want, need, or lack, why it matters to them so they can, or you've really missed their personality code. It could be a combination of the two. And many of you have not adjusted your style and approach to meet your client where they're at, or be sure that you're covering all 4 personality codes in your presentation so that you're going to have a greater success, you know? And when your personality, the dominant personality codes are really out of whack, it's the equivalent of speaking a different language. Studies show that only 18% of people will buy from a divergent personality type. So that's 82% of the people who many of you are not connecting with on a human to human level. That's why this is so important. And that's why when you're speaking with the client why and you're really addressing all the personality codes, you're going to be able to change those numbers and make a deeper connection. And while you're adjusting to create feelings of comfort and safety, it's never a deviation from your core values because you want them to be comfortable. You want them to feel safe. You want them to trust you because you know that you can create massive impact for them. And this is crucial because you are who you are. Yet you're flexing your style to create a mutually beneficial environment for your prospects. I have a saying, and I believe timing is everything in life and at work. The congruence of timing, opportunity, motivation, and emotions is when you close more sales. And this is wrapped up and around your client why. What's happening in this moment for them when you're closing the sale? And motivation is one of the key reasons why any of us do anything. The other is emotions. We purchase on our emotions and we rationalize it later. But those emotions and motivations are tightly linked. Motivation is generated either internally or externally. Internal motivation is what drives us to make decisions based on our own wants or needs. External motivation is driven by outside factors in our environment. And I've gone over this in previous episodes, but for a quick refresher, there are 7 core buyer motivations. And these are comfort, pleasure, avoidance of pain. Number 3, profit and gain, preventing loss. Number 5, belonging, cause affiliation, pride and prestige. Now, in general, B2B buyers are motivated by some combination of profit and gain, preventing loss, and surprisingly, cause affiliation. Now, those B2B buyers are representing a business. They're making a business decision. They're still human beings. So all 7 of the codes can apply. And if you have a client who's highly motivated, maybe on a corporate level for a specific cause, that's when it's going to carry through to their culture as a motivation. That's how cause affiliation is in one of those top 3 for the B2B. Now, B2B, B2C, business to consumer, direct to consumer, those buyers can be motivated by any combination of attributes. That's what I've been talking about for those B2B buyers. They're still people. So you've got to be thinking about that. And then how do those motivations tie in with their emotions? And through the conversations that you have with your client leading up and building that rapport to guide them to a decision, you need to be checking in on how they're feeling about this. How does that make you feel? Do you feel that I've addressed your concerns? Or do you feel that I've repeated what are your top priorities, right? When you are basically parroting back what they've told you. Finding out or asking them when they've explained a situation or problem, how does that make you feel? Understanding their emotions and then tying it, how it's connected to their motivations, is a really key driver, because then you can address those motivations and those emotions of how you're going to make them feel completely different. How do they want to feel? All of this, building rapport and making these connections, flexing your style, adapting to their own personality code, how the approach is going to work better for them, adjusting your language, and understanding their motivations and emotions, what's driving them, that allows you to create that win-win. When you nurture your client relationship, you provide consistency and comfort. An empowered client feels secure. They feel in control and they feel confident. They're driving this conversation by answering questions so that you can learn if they're a good fit, if you can truly create massive value for them and impact. Consistency is reliance and predictability. To the client, it's I can trust this person or these people. If it's a business, right? I can trust them. Your client becomes devoted when you manage their experience. You put energy, passion, and excitement into the relationship. With rapport, you manage your client experience and make it easy for them to move forward with their buying decision. And that is the win-win. So how does this all tie into the story I told you about at the beginning? Let's go back to Leslie. And so she was able to get out of a very bad program that had tried to stamp her into a mold. She was in a pretty low place, and her trust was at a minimum of working with anyone. So building rapport took longer. It was adjusting style, creating a safe environment, having multiple conversations, really understanding her feelings, what she truly desired, getting back to where of who she was and really embracing her originally authentic self so that she could blossom. And there was the congruence of timing, the opportunity, emotions, and motivation. And through that conversations and understanding what she truly desired, why she desired it, what her feelings were that were wrapped into it, what it was going to enable her to do this so she could, that created the opportunity for a win-win. Because when you know that you can truly help and serve someone and they're an ideal client for you, giving them that opportunity to really tell you about what's gone on and what's happened through, in this case, multiple conversations to rebuild those pillars of trust, to really start to make a connection, build rapport, rebuild trust to take the chance. Then you're able to close the sale and really start the work. The work was started to rebuild trust, but now the trust to implement and execute for her business, to really lean into who she was, her unique style, her unique business, how she helped and served people to attract her ideal clients so that she could help and serve people and create that massive impact. And that's when that transformation is enabled because you created that rapport. You've matched that congruence of timing, opportunity, motivations, and emotions. You ask for the sale, and you're able to create that transformation. So that now Leslie has more business than she's ever had. She's fulfilling on her own promise to help and serve others. She's creating massive impact. And she's thriving in helping and serving others and doing her own special service. That's what building rapport is all about, and that's how this is all connected. What was your biggest takeaway from this episode? I would love to hear about it. It's important to support the things you love, and if you loved this episode, a 5-star review really helps keeping the show coming to you on a regular basis. Also, if you want to get more sales strategies to grow your business, make sure you subscribe right now. Today I explored, yes, rapport is crucial to your sales strategy and client success. The key is for you to implement these steps to stop wasting your time, energy, and resources. If you want to get results even faster, I invite you to download my sales strategy checklist at petitetoqueen.com/checklist. Next week on Get More Clients, I'll be discussing how to focus on valuable lessons learned when client mistakes happen. This has been Lynn Whitbeck, host of Get More Clients, and I will see you next time.